Hello, Tatiana. How are you?
Hello.
How are you today?
So I'm fine, I think.
Okay, that's great. So, let me start with one question about these three chapters that we have read to this moment. So, my question is, would you please describe these three chapters with three words? With three words. So, would you
Okay.
describe your feelings or suggest your emotions about these chapters in three words?
This is three chapters about how the little prince go on our planet and see garden or roses garden and
Hmm.
mountains and uh, flower in the uh,
Desert.
desert. Yeah.
Desert. Yes. And now, would you describe your feelings or what you felt while reading these chapters in three words? For example, it was interesting, sad, and lovely, something like that. So just three words that you can describe these chapters.
So I think I feel strange, sad, and interesting what will be in the future with the little prince. So
Mhm. Yes, yes, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we will revise some words, some vocabulary from the chapters. Let's just remember the words that we had. So the first is пересекать. Do you remember the verb пересекать?
mm,
Пересекал
crossing,
пути. Мгм.
cross,
Yes.
go.
Yes, to cross, пересекать. И также cross– это крест, да, то есть пересечение, крест будет тоже cross. И, например, crossroad– это дорога с пересечением, то есть перекресток, да, вот этот вот cross тоже здесь используется. То есть cross– это что-то, когда пересекается.
Mhm.
Глагол или, например, слово перекресток, crossroads, тоже с этим словом. Вежливый,
Uh, polite,
polite,
polite.
polite, проходить,
Mm, go. I don't think.
да,
Uh,
go идти, да, а проходить, например, мимо, что кто-то проходит мимо, там караван проходил мимо
walk.
цветка.
Mm,
Walk– гулять, гулять просто, а вот именно проходить мимо, ну или вообще проходить. На букву P. Pass.
mm. Ah,
Pass. Pass. Мгм. Существовать.
to be.
Мгм. Да, это быть, да? А существовать в смысле, ну, вообще существовать. Существовать ам, или существование, вот от этого еще было слово там в тексте. Exist, на букву И.
Uh,
Exist, существовать. Ловить.
uh, mm, catch.
Мгм.
Uh,
Да.
catch. Остальные две формы ща.
Caught.
Кот, как
Caught.
кот, да.
Catch, caught, caught. Мгм. Острый.
Острый. На си,
Мгм.
по-моему, как-то.
На S, да, на S. На букву S.
Sharp.
Sharp. Yes, shop. Вселенная.
University.
University. Университет.
Ой,
University.
universe.
Universe. Universe. Good. Сад.
Garden.
Garden. Цвести.
Grow up.
Grow. Расти. Grow up. Расти. Цвести. Там был цветущий сад роз. Да? На букву B. Blossom. Blossom. Blossoming rose garden there was. Blossoming rose garden. Цвести blossom на букву B. Избегать.
Avoid.
To avoid. Смеяться.
Тоже на C, по-моему.
Смеяться.
Love. Loud.
Love. Угу. Притворяться.
Lying.
Ну да, это лгать, да? А притворяться на букву P. P. To pretend. 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 Угу. Владеть.
Владеть. Так, у меня, по-моему, где-то было записано.
Ага.
Вот здесь.
На O. O. Own.
Own,
Три
да.
буквы. Own, да. Три
Own.
буквы own. Обычный.
Ordinary.
Ordinary. И рыдать. Тоже три формы.
Я знаю crying, плакать, а рыдать.
А рыдать это прям так вот сильно-сильно плакать. Очень сильно плакать на букву W. W.
Queer.
Weep. Weep.
Weep.
Угу. Три формы. Weep, wept. Weep, wept, wept. Тоже irregular verb. Неправильный глагол. Три формы образуются по-другому, да, тоже мы их запоминаем. Weep, wept, wept. Okay, so we have the chapter 18. So describe this conversation in the chapter 18 between the little prince and the flower he encounters in the desert. Would you please describe their conversation, what they were talking about, and what happened?
This is about a flower in the desert, yes?
Yes, about the flower he met or he encountered. Encounter is to meet. He encounters in the desert.
So this is beginning with the little prince say hello and the flower to say hello.
Yes.
And the little prince answer about the human. Then the flower in the desert said what he see a caravan 1 year ago, I remember. Yes. And little prince thinking what the human very strange creature.
Yes.
That's all what I remember.
So the caravan with 7 or 6 people that was passing by, проходил мимо, да, that was passing by the flower.
Yes.
So what does the flower in the desert know about people, about men? what does the flower know about man?
So they know that the caravan don't have a home and they pass on the world, and
Mhm.
the flower said what they haven't roots. So
Ha- don't have roots.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
They don't have roots.
they
Uh-huh.
go on the plant. So
Yes. Uh, so the flower thinks that there are only 6 or 7 people on the earth, on the planet. She said
yes.
that there are only 7 or 6 people. I saw them some time ago. They were passing by in the caravan. And so, what does the little prince think about people on this planet?
What the people a very strange creature and a very э, скучные,
Мгм.
как-то так,
Скучные.
как будто бы.
Uh-huh. So you mean the little prince thought about people that they are very dull?
М, Дол? Кукла?
Dull. Скучный, да? Dull.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yes. So the flower saw the caravan passing by, and she said that it's really hard to find people because she saw them only once in her life, and therefore she thought that it's really difficult to find people on this planet. And the little prince really believed her because he also didn't see anyone in the desert where he was. And what conclusion can we make of this chapter? So, what can we say about the situation? So, the little prince wants to find people, wants to have a friend or someone to talk to, and he's looking for people, for men, but he saw only snake in the previous chapter, and now he saw the flower with 3 petals, but he didn't see any person, any man on this planet. So what conclusion can we make just in total on this chapter?
Mm, So I
What
think
do you
the
think?
little prince feeling very sad,
Uh-huh.
and he missed on his planet, and
Mm-hmm.
he missed for rose, for his volcans,
Mm-hmm.
and this is sad.
Yes. So just yes, so the planet where he found himself is very strange. Yes, he thinks, and he can't find anyone on this planet because the flower didn't see anyone for a long period of time. And he just thought that maybe there are no men, or maybe there are only 6 or 7 of them, because the flower didn't see him, didn't see people on the planet. Okay, so then he continues his way and comes to some mountains. So, what does the little prince know about the mountains? What does he know about the mountains?
So he talking this mountain, if I can say that. So he said hello, and the echo answered hello, hello, hello. And how I understand, he think what this a human,
Uh-huh.
and
Yes.
yes, and he said about this because the echo just said what he said, and this is strange. So and
Yes.
yes.
So he has a conversation with Echo, and what does he say about the planet Earth after this conversation with Echo? What does he say about the planet, about the planet Earth after the conversation with Echo? What does he say?
I oh.
Yes, he said, what a peculiar planet. So, what a strange planet, he said, because the mountains here are very sharp, and people here have no imagination. He said that the echo is some person, and he has no imagination because he just repeats his words after him. And what does he have any mountains on his planet, on his personal planet where he came from? Does the little prince have any mountains there?
He has vulcans, but they're they a little small.
Yes, they're very small, like a footstool. So, what does he know about the mountains? That all mountains on his planet are very small,
Yes.
are very short. And he thinks that all mountains are like that on his planet. But when he saw this very sharp and high mountains, what did he think about the mountains that he saw on the planet Earth?
Я не поняла вопроса.
Okay, so he saw the mountains on the planet Earth. They were
Yes.
very sharp. They were very tall, very high. And what does he think about these mountains that he can climb, and what?
He said, "Be my friend. I'm very lonely," and I think he think what the mountains alive.
Maybe, yes, possibly. And he wanted to climb the mountains, like on the picture that I found here. So he climbed the mountain, and he thought that he will see all the planet from the mountain peak, from the highest point of the mountain. He will see all the planet around. But what did he see? What did he see when he climbed the mountain peak?
He think what he can see all planets and all people, but he see just another mountains.
Yes, he just saw the mountains around, very sharp as needles. That were sharp as needles. Yes, so again, he didn't find any people. He didn't find anyone, and he continued his way, and finally he found a road, and all roads lead to people, as it was said.
Yes.
So, yes, and where did he?
In the roses garden.
Sorry?
In the roses garden.
Yes, in their blossoming rose garden. So it was not only the rose garden where the roses were growing, but they were blossoming. So there were a lot of flowers, a lot of roses, blossoming roses. So what did happen? What did happen in this garden? Just please,
He understand what his rose not unicum. So this is a very
yes,
he feeling very sadly. So
yes, he was very unhappy. And why?
yes.
He was unhappy and sad.
He said about his roses. What if she see that she begin to do? No, she will be very angry if she to see that, and she begin cough again and
Yes.
die. So how should I do? So and he said what she
Yes.
еще бы умерла, чтобы как-то и его ранить. Ну, как-то он вот так сказал.
Yes. She would pretend she's dying. She would pretend. Притворилась бы, да? She would pretend she was dying in order to humiliate him, to make him feel sad. Yes. So just the fact why the little prince felt very sad, felt unhappy when he saw these thousands of roses. Because what? Because there was he thought that he had the rose that was just one in the world, and here he saw that there are a lot of such flowers, such roses that are the same. They look like the same as his rose, and he thought that he owns, владеет, да, he owns only one rose in the world.
Yes.
Yes, and as you may remember, in the rose garden, he found out one difficult fact about himself. What was it about himself? Not about the rose, but about himself.
He answered himself how I can be a prince if I have just one ordinary rose and just 3 vulcans once.
Yes. Yes. So before this chapter, I was reading the book and I was wondering why the author or the pilot calls him the little prince. So why he's the prince? Have you asked this question before? So why the author or the narrator calls him the prince? Why was it? Did you ask this question?
The little prince hasn't a name, so and he said, "I'm the little prince." So this is how his name is.
Yes, and why the prince? Why not the boy, or maybe just the little boy, for example? Why the prince? He calls him the prince. It was very interesting for me, and now I understand that he called him the little prince himself because he thought that he's the prince because he owns one beautiful flower, and now he discovered that there are a lot of such flowers on this planet Earth. There are thousands and thousands of roses in the blossoming garden. And he discovered this fact, and what did he do after that? That he's not prince, and what did he do?
He began to weep, so
Yes, he wept. He just began to weep. Yes, to cry, to weep, and he felt very unhappy after that. Yes, and in the next chapters, we will see what happened next. But till this moment, we see that the little prince was very unhappy about two facts: that his rose was not the only one in the world, and that he was not the prince himself. And it was really sad. And I think that today we will finish our discussion, because I don't have any more questions. But we will first revise the vocabulary from the previous chapter, 17. So would you please remember the words? Ложный.
false,
Very good. Занимать пространство.
occupy,
Occupy.
occupy,
Пустыня.
desert,
Desert. Desert,
Desert.
да? На первый слог. Desert. Dessert, десерт. Десерт. Как у нас по-русски на второй слог десерт. Так и здесь. Dessert. Dessert.
desert,
А пустыня desert. Desert.
desert,
Творение или существо.
creature,
Creature. Одинокий.
lonely,
Lonely и могущественный.
powerful.
Very good. Very good. So you remember the words very clearly, and yes, good memory you have.
Два я подсмотрела. Скажу честно. Два слова я подсмотрела.
Anyway, that's not really important, but still you remember. And again, these words that we have discussed today. So let's from the second part. Цвести.
Цвести. Blossom.
Blossom, yes. Избегать.
Так. Шар? Нет, не шар. Пас — это проходить мимо.
A. Да, проходить pass. А избегать на букву A.
Avoid.
Avoid. Смеяться.
Laugh.
Притворяться.
Pretend.
Pretend. Владеть.
Own.
Обычный.
Ordinary.
Ordinary rose. So he discovered that the flower he has is just an ordinary rose. Обычная роза. Он думал, что она необычная, да? И в русском, кстати, у нас есть тоже неординарное слово, да, то есть необычный, как бы, неординарный, то есть не ordinary, необычный. И рыдать.
Weep. Wept. Wept.
Weep, wept, wept. Пересекать.
Cross.
Cross. Yes. Вежливый. Да.
Polite.
Polite. Проходить.
Pass.
Pass. Существовать.
Exist.
Exist. А как существование будет?
Exist. И он еще на конце.
Ага, только existence. 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 Ловить.
Catch.
Ага, потом catch.
Cat.
Caught. Caught.
Caught, да.
Catch, caught, caught. Whip, whipped, whipped.
Yes.
Острый.
Sharp.
Вселенная.
Universe.
Ага, и сад.
Garden.
Garden. Okay. Thank you very much, Tatiana, for this conversation. So we have a short class today. I mean, short in time. But anyway, we will have the chapter number 21, I think, the next week. And we'll see what will happen next with the little prince.
Okay, thank you for lesson. I'm very happy to learn English with you.
Thank you, Tatiana. Me too. It's a real pleasure for me to read this book and to discuss it.
Yes,
okay.
This is very interesting. Thank you very much.
Yes. Have a good day, and hope you will have. You won't be so sad and unhappy that the little prince was, and you will have a good day today.
Thank you. You too. Have a good day.
You too. Have a good day. Bye bye for now.
Bye bye.
Bye.